My name is Mujtaba and I am from Afghanistan, now Canadian, and I arrived to Canada in 2008. I had just turned 17. Back then, returning to Afghanistan wasn't really an option for me, and I decided that I would come to Fort Erie, where I would come to Matthew House, and from there I was transitioned into Toronto because the only people I knew in Canada were in Toronto, and it was a couple of other friends. Back then, now that I look at it from here, my mind was thrown into this like flight mode, and I kind of went for what just felt right in that instant, following the people that I really trusted, especially Matthew House. I knew that it was a place where I could feel comfortable and kind of like start this new journey. And I started kind of like getting in touch with organizations that were supportive of newcomers and youth, and I think that's kind of helped me establish my ground in Canada. The very first day I arrived, I didn't know what to expect, and when I arrived, I met with Anne and Saeed and Esther, very welcoming, and I was kind of held back, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what am I getting into? And then we had a community dinner that night, and then that's when it's like, I kind of felt a little bit more comfortable. I think when you share food with other people around the table, and that's kind of like when you become a family. So I think that's one of the really pleasant memories at Matthew House. I picked Bonjon Boroni, and Bonjon Boroni is very special to me. As a kid, I used to see it basically from seed and then being served on a dish, which my grandmother used to do. It's kind of like part of home, away from home, where I can get to experience that whenever I want and whenever I need to, which I do, and I'm happy to share that with you guys. It's very simple ingredients. Obviously a huge difference when it's coming from your backyard, but I think we have our grandmother's blessings today. I'm hugely interested in sustainability around food and how food gets shared around, the culture of food, and what brings people together around food. We're extremely privileged and lucky in Canada with what we have available, and I think sometimes it gets taken for granted. Coming and having the travel experience and immigration experience for me, I was lucky to see the kind of food insecurity around the world as well, and how that changes the lifestyle for people. Something I had been working for the past couple of years, a journey that started in Canada for me, is movement, wellness, and awareness. So I opened Wellness Yoga Academy this year in March. I had already been teaching movement, and I was basically doing therapy, movement classes and yoga therapy. I kind of envision myself sharing more of that movement. My goal is to work with community engagement in Canada and work with social justice programs and people who are willing to work and leave behind what needs to be left behind and keep what's important. You should support Matthew House because Matthew House has done an amazing job at supporting and empowering newcomers in Canada, and kind of it's an incubator for people before they start their journey.